Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 21st to the 30th, 2018 reading for you. Now, as you can see, I'm using a different deck of cards. Instead of the Llewellyn Tarot deck, I'm using the Biddy Tarot deck. It's a mini deck, which I love because it fits in my hands so well. The other deck is about the size of my hands, which is funny. So I'm using these cards, and I hope you enjoy them. I think they're absolutely beautiful in their simplicity. And I love the color scheme. Okay. And we're going to see what these 10 days have in store for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. And I do hope that you're having a wonderful day and absolutely enjoying yourself. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, the Tower. Don't be worried. It's not a bad sign. It just means a karmic lesson is coming into play, which you might think, oh yeah, that's not bad, but it's not that bad. It's very cleansing, okay, which is nice. A lot of prosperity is coming from it. Oh, I love it. There's the duality here. I love that. The Tower, which is like sorrow and despair, you might be feeling at moments. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a whole week at that, because or a whole 10 days of it, because you have the Sun card here, but it's almost feeling as if, you feel like if you've been put through the ringer, and then you come out with just happiness and joy at your center. You have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards so far. You have a lot of pentacles here, represented by people. Okay? 2 here, the Page of Wands. 9 of Pentacles, which I love. There's just a prosperity that's coming into your life that is really leading you forward. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Making sure you can see everything okay. Beautiful. We're starting off with the Tower card. Just getting it out of the way, because there is that duality here to this reading. It's almost as if there's just an overwhelming feeling of how am I moving forward? How are things coming about? And then a feeling of joy and happiness, because you have the happiest card in the deck here with the Sun card. And that could actually be bringing up a lot of issues, because at least for me, when we have the Sun card in a reading, it means that people are sitting there and looking at you, and as you're moving forward in joy and happiness and embracing prosperity and on this earthly plane, really starting to move in the direction that you desire, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, people might start looking at you and being like, well, now they're jealous. Now you're having all this good fortune, and where's the good fortune for me? How come I'm not embracing the success? But this has been well earned, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You have put up with a lot, and you have felt at times as if your whole world is falling apart, or as if life is like a snow globe and it just got turned upside down. And you're sitting there and you're looking at things and you think, okay, what next? Really, seriously, what the heck else could happen now that hasn't already happened? And there's a sense of feeling overwhelmed. There's a sense of feeling as if your life has been lit on fire, and you're just looking at things and you're watching things burn, and you think, oh, okay. And you don't, it's like, oh, okay, but it's almost that numb detachment, like, well, what else could you expect, And you feel as if the prosperity, the divinity of life, the greater power of existence isn't with you anymore. It's almost as if everything has crumbled around you and you're just free falling. But know that this is a karmic lesson. This is something that has had to happen. It is something that your soul has kind of written into its chart. If you don't believe that, it is just, and if you don't believe in karma, it is a lesson that you have had to learn to kind of move your soul to the next level, to embrace enlightenment that is coming your way, the enlightenment that is coming your way. And that's what you're doing. And you have withstood a lot more than most people can withstand. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You have sat there and you've come out of it better than most people would when they have sorrow and despair and just hardships. It's hardship that you are looking at and saying, no more. No more am I going to let this rule my life, because you have the King of Pentacles here. And this is absolutely embracing prosperity. This is absolutely embracing what it is that you want from life. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Now, this could represent an Earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. But because this reading is about you, this is also you. And you're going from the Page of Pentacles. I know I'm jumping ahead, but the Page of Pentacles, you're going from being a student of what it is that you desire to a master of what it is that you want. Really sitting there and saying nothing is going to hold you back. It doesn't matter male or female or what you identify as. This is sitting there and saying that you have a determination of spirit to move you forward, to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, to embrace your success. And this is on the earthly plane, okay? Because sometimes readings deal with, feelings and emotions and kind of more of the spiritual plane. You are really looking at the here and the now and saying, this is what I want from life. I want success. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting the beauty and prosperity of your labors to pay off, and surrounded by grapes, surrounded by richness and joy. That is how you're moving forward. You're sitting there and saying, it is my divine right, because that's what kings and queens have, the divine right to live in prosperity, the divine right to achieve your passions, your desires, to look at things and say, this is what I want. Monetarily, it's looking at life and embracing richness. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to win the lottery, and it doesn't mean that all of a sudden, the jackpot is going to fall into your lap, but it does mean that you're looking at things much more logically, much more with your feet firmly planted on the ground and saying, this is what I want. I want success in my life, and that's what I'm going after, and that's what I'm getting. And there's a sense of learning, there's like a learning curve here, because you have the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands is being a student of your passion and your desire, of knowing what it is that you're good at, but also kind of, figuring it out, sitting there and saying, what is it that I want to do? How is it that I want to move forward? There's a sense here of you rethinking things, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, because you've had things fall down around you. You've had, this huge shakeup, and it doesn't have to be big. It just has to leave an impression on your soul. So for some of you, the Tower might have been something huge. It might have been something that you've been going through for years. For others of you, it's going to be something small, but that just kind of really resonates and kind of shakes you to your core. And you're sitting there and you're going, wow, I have to really rethink things and look at things again in a way that moves me forward in my prosperity and what I want. Because that's what's happening here. You're looking at your passion. You're looking at everything that you desire. And this could also represent a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. But again, because this is you, and this is more youthful energy, this is having that desire to really go after what it is that you want, and having that energy to go after what it is that you want. Because this is a reading about you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is you embracing your success, you embracing your inner passion, your inner desire to move forward and live the life that you were born to live. Not just merely existing in this endless rat race of life, but finding joy and happiness. And it doesn't mean that you will find it in every single aspect and in every single moment of every single day, but there will be highlights of it that you look at, and it's just sitting there and it's embracing this prosperity. It's embracing your passion, your desire, and that is bringing you. And I do think here, because usually I say either wealth or something you desire as much as money, but I think that this is looking at a career. This is looking at prosperity in a financial sense, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and saying that you are going to embrace what it is that you desire. And you're really looking at things and saying, okay, so I am a student of my prosperity. I'm a student of how I can make money, how I can have my passion and my financial matters align. And as you embrace that, as you move forward in that acknowledgement and in that kind of understanding of self and soul, you start to get more knowledge and more understanding coming in. And you go from being a student of prosperity, a student of what it is that you desire, to a master. And again, that doesn't mean that this will all happen in 10 days, that all of a sudden you go from kind of being in a, almost, not in a classroom-like setting, but getting that feel of things, to absolutely being successful. It means that you are embracing that success, and you are doing everything in your power to move yourself to be the King of Pentacles, to be embodying that success and that prosperity and that bounty. From understanding, from learning, to achieving. That's where you are going. That's what you are achieving in these 10 days. There's something that's happening that is bringing you closer to the success that you want on this earthly plane than ever before. Right? And it has to do with following the passion, and it has to do with acknowledging everything that you have been through, acknowledging the fact that things have fallen apart, and acknowledging the fact that you are moving forward towards your desires. There's a sense of balance here. Okay, a balance of the masculine and the feminine, a balance of self. Okay, standing in the spiritual, in those healing waters that are driven by the divine, by the universe, and standing on this earthly plane, in the here and the now, and knowing what it is that you want, knowing how it is that you want to move forward. Finding that harmony within yourself. Because after turmoil, there is harmony, and then there is success. Joy, abundance, bounty, absolute prosperity coming in. And it's something that you haven't expected. You kind of sit there and you think, oh my gosh, okay, this is night and day. This is a complete change. And you go from feeling overwhelmed to sitting there and feeling, okay, I can do this. I can achieve what it is that I want to achieve. I can have what it is that I want to have on this earthly plane, in the here, in the now. And it comes through a sense of balance. It comes through a sense of prosperity of self. And as you embrace that prosperity, as you have this joy and this happiness coming in, okay, and it has to do with how you're looking at things financially. It has to do with how you are looking at what it is that you want from life, how it is that you want to create the success that you are embracing. And it's going to be different for each and every one of you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, because it's almost as if you were a student of your prosperity, and things kind of fell apart, and you thought, okay, I'll never get there. I'll never be as prosperous as I want to be. I'll never have that joy and that happiness. And this happens to other people, but it's just not my lot in life. And then you start to sit there and have a sense of balance coming into your life, have a sense of harmony and prosperity, of knowing more, of following your intuition, of sitting there and embracing a calmer mentality, not having this kind of fire sale look on life. I love it. I heard somebody say this McDonald's desire, like this McDonald's generation, you want it your way and you want it, now. That's how we as human beings are right now. We want everything our way, and we want it kind of yesterday. But this is embracing that things happen slowly and things happen for a purpose. And because you have stayed a student of your passion, a student of what it is that you desire, your clarifying cards are saying that you're having richness and joy and prosperity come into your life. There's a sense of seeing the bigger picture and really taking that in. Remember, the birds in falconry, in just the birds in general, they see so much more than we do. And it's giving you a message of peace. It's giving you a message of hope. It's also giving you a message of ferocity of spirit. Do not give up. Look at what you want, look at what you desire, and give yourself freedom to not only express yourself, but to see the bigger picture of life, and to see where it is that your passion will lead you, and where it is your desire for prosperity will lead you, and what it is, and imagine what it is that you would do with that prosperity. And I know that sounds silly to sit there and use your imagination to bring in prosperity into your life, but start to imagine it. Start to think how life would be once you are prosperous, once you have that security of finances around you. Okay, that weight lifted off your shoulder about how you're going to pay your next bills, and being able to pay the electric and food and everything like that, and the daily worries that we have as human beings for just being able to survive, and how much it costs to just be able to survive. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Picture yourself not surviving, but thriving. And start to believe that as your reality. It's almost like those people who lie to themselves, and so much that lie becomes their truth. Okay? And this is a lie of prosperity. And it doesn't have to be that it is, maybe that sounds harsh to say it's a lie, but it's kind of like faking it till you make it. It's kind of sitting there and looking at the bigger picture and looking at what it is that you want, and embracing your prosperity and embracing the fruits of all your labor. Your harvest is coming in. And as your harvest is coming in, you're sitting there and you're thinking about all the different ways that this is going to ease your life. And it isn't, dropping the ball at the final hour and saying, okay, everything's all done. It's all set. I'm fine. It's really sitting there and saying, I know that I have every single right to succeed. I know that I have every single right to achieve and to be more than what I am right now. And it's giving yourself that freedom of prosperity to move yourself forward. And it's taking all the doubts and the fears that you had when you were little, and it's letting them go. And it's embracing the loving joy of prosperity. It's embracing the security of you believing that you are succeeding, and that belief of success when you were little, before you knew that there were limitations, before you knew that you couldn't achieve or succeed. Now you are embracing and being kind to that inner child, and seeing yourself really achieve your goals and really achieve what it is that you desire. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. There's a shift in consciousness that's going on. And that might sound hippy-dippy or something like that. But it's really you sitting there and, you know, let me just do this. No. Like that. It's really you sitting there, and you were a student of your success. You were a student of prosperity with the Page of Pentacles, and then everything fell apart. And you kind of looked at it, and you were on this road, and you thought, wow, I was going to succeed, I was going to achieve, and everything was going to be prosperous. And then life came in and kind of blindsided you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And because it blindsided you, you had to heal. You had to find this balance. And by finding this balance between the spiritual and the mundane, and the earthly plane, between, you know, what it is that you want and what it is that you needed to do, you are finding this balance. You're healing your soul, and you are moving forward, being a student of your prosperity, of being a student of your passion, of your creativity, of knowing that the bit of divinity within you is leading you forward, and that you have gifts that nobody else has. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and embracing them completely, knowing that you are going from being a student of your prosperity to being a master of your prosperity, because you have overcome so much. And you haven't, you know, been defeated. You haven't fallen down and said, no, you know what, I can't achieve, I can't succeed, it's all too hard. No, you stayed with your prosperity, you stayed with your desires, and you are moving forward, embracing your success and embracing your divine right to be prosperous. And because you are embracing that divine right, you are having this kind of night and day experience. You are embracing the glory of the sun. And actually think of the sun as coming down and healing you and cleansing you and warming you and washing away all the doubts and all the fears and recharging your batteries, recharging your energy, and moving you forward towards success. You're embracing that success and that bounty, and you are embracing what it is that you've always desired. You're having that joy, that prosperity come into your life. Think of this as the healing rays of the sun, cleansing you, warming you, moving you forward in triumph and in joy. People will be jealous of you, but even if you're somewhere where it's not sunny out, picture yourself being cleansed by the sun every single day, recharging your battery, you know, endowing you with its healing energy and with its joy and its happiness. The fact that, you know, vitamin D deficiency can make you feel, you know, sorrowful and just lackluster and take away your energy. Picture that sun charging you, moving you forward, giving you joy, giving you happiness as you embrace your success. And your subconscious message here, well, I guess it's upside down. And I don't usually read the cards upside down, but I guess we will here. It's sitting there and having all the trials and tribulations just fall away. It's almost as if, you know, it's falling away, and you are seeing that you are moving forward in success, that you are moving forward in bounty and beauty. And no longer do you have to defend yourself, but you are embracing what it is that you desire, and you are embracing how it is that you're moving forward. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.